Match player reviews and player ratings on the Arsenal versus Leicester game. Now, this game was a very, very, very good game. I just finished watching the whole game now, and yeah, took down a lot of notes, seeing how we we're playing, and yeah, we played very, very well. All up, I think we were in good control of the game. And yeah, we definitely deserved the 2-0, the clean sheet, and the 3 points, which was the main thing for sure. So I'm really happy with that result for sure. So I'll start off with just what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the player ratings, but I'll start off with from the, I'll start off from the keeper from Ramsdell and work my way up to Lacazette. And then we'll just speak about each player and just give them a rating at the end and see how we go. So kind of wrote down a couple stuff. So bear with me, guys. We'll start with Ramsdale. So I'm giving him an 8 just based on like his overall performance. He always comes in for crosses. He's always like anytime he's just in the goal area and there's loads of players and there's stuff going on, he's always taking charge. He's always just making his presence known, which is so good. I feel like when we had Leno before, he was at times he just looked very clueless and it was very like I don't know. He just had no clue what was going on around him. I feel like he was only just trying to really make good saves and he could never really pass out the back. But I think Ramsdale beats him in all of that and including that amazing save he made against I think was it Harvey Barnes. I think that one-on-one save, which was just amazing. He has a thing against saving good shots against Leicester. The game before when we played that Madison free kick, that was also good. So yeah, all up he had a very good game and just based on that save, I'm gonna give him a 8 just because one of that save is a game changer there. If that goes in, that changes the whole game. I think it was 1-0, yeah, so it would have been an equaliser, and then that just changes the whole game. That gives Leicester momentum, and you never know where the game can go from there. So I'll give him an 8. We'll start off with Cedric. Overall, he wasn't too bad. I think he did the job. I think since he's come to the team, he's been decent, but I think defensively, he's not like what we need. I think attacking wise he's good. He definitely opens up play for Saka and he gives Saka more freedom when he makes runs behind him. But I just feel like all up like he's good for now. But I think we have Liverpool coming up. I feel like we're definitely going to need him to. We're going to need Tommy Tomiyasu for sure. I reckon Tommy Tomiyasu is just going to be a much more needed player. I think all up, even though he's not good attacking, I feel like he just stabilizes us better. And over as a team, we look way more solid with Tommy Tomiyasu. So Cedric, I'm going to give a 7. Moving on to Ben White, he made a very good crucial block. I think it was against Madison, which was like in the early 20 minutes of the game, which was good. I feel like he's very. What I love about him, and I think he's probably the best defensive wise at this, is composure on the ball. When he has the ball, there's never a panic. Like when you look at other players, like no offense to other players, like on the ball, like Tierney, Gabriel, Cedric, Tomiyasu, when they all have the ball at their feet and there's like pressure, or I feel like Ben White the attacking players know like they don't really pressurize him because they know he's really good on the ball. Like sometimes they do, but I feel like just when he has the ball at his feet, he's just very composed. He's never in a rush and he's always looking for the best pass and the best option. So my pay rating for him was 7. I don't think he really did too much. Given it, we had a clean sheet, he had a decent game. I'll give him a 7. Gabriel, I think again, who's just been very solid for us this season. At times he does make a little couple mistakes, and like I was saying with Ben White, I feel like he doesn't really like hold on to the ball properly. At times, I feel like he's sometimes panicky compared to Ben White. So Gabriel, I'm gonna give a 7. He didn't really have much to do. I think because we had a clean sheet, I should probably be giving them higher ratings, but I don't feel like Leicester really pressurized us like that. So I guess that's probably a compliment. I should be giving them like higher ratings, but I don't feel like they did anything amazing to keep us a clean sheet, give us a clean sheet. I think Ramsdale was the one that pretty much gave us a clean sheet with that save. That's why I'm giving him a high rating. So I'll give Gabriel 7 as well. Again with Tyranny, I think with Tyranny it's a bit weird because I feel like now that the whole team is playing well, I feel like he's not like I remember last season, the season before, we were all like Tyranny is our best player. He's the one that's always trying and he's the one that's always putting in the hard work. But now you're seeing that other players are flourishing and everyone else has started to play well. He kind of goes under the radar a bit. I don't think he's doing bad. I just think there's an expectation from when he first came into the team how he was performing compared to now. But all up, I think I think he's good. I just think I don't know, man. There's just something I don't know how to explain it with Tyranny, but he's just overall. I think he needs to just be a bit more. like he needs to find that one thing that he's really good at. I know he makes a couple runs and he crosses, but most of the time when he crosses the ball, he's crossing it in the air, and we don't have anyone that can win the ball in the air. So I think sometimes he needs to try and kind of, with his crossing, try and aim for a target a bit more and make it better. So for Tierney, since we kept the clean sheet, I'll just give him a 7. Going into the midfield, we'll start off with Shaka. So Shaka was pretty decent today. I think his partnership with Partey is definitely helping him flourish a bit more. The one thing I've noticed about Shaka in the last couple of games is he hasn't been giving away silly fouls. A couple of times in the game, he does give away smart fouls, but like he's not doing anything reckless. He's not getting even a yellow card, let alone a red card. I thought Shaka was good for getting red cards, but he's not even getting red cards anymore. He's not even getting yellows either. So he's doing very well. So all up, I'll probably give him a 7. I think he did very well in the midfield with today. And yeah, not really much. I think Shaka, when you look at him, it is what it is with the player like him. You don't really, you know, get amazing performances. It's more of like that's his level and that's really what he's doing. He's just doing the basics, which is good. So good. Now I'll move on to Partey. For me, who was contender for man of the match, I'll give him a 9. One, he got the goal earlier on, 11 minutes, and I just think in terms of his tackles, his interceptions, he's always in the right place at the right time. I mean, he always like controls like just the way like he just digs us out of like situations where it's a bit scrappy in the midfield, and he just picks up the ball, relieves that pressure, and then just gives the ball to someone else. I feel like he's really, really composed himself in this Arsenal team now. He's not getting injuries. I think when he joined us last season, when you think about when he joined, we literally got him on the last day, deadline day, 50 mil release clause. So he kind of really had no clue it was coming till the last minute. So I think he still needed time to settle into the team. And I think also he just hasn't I'm talking about from when he joined, he still hadn't settled into the team, and I think he's still getting his head around the Premier League, and he was getting injuries. But I think ever since AFCON now, I think this has probably been his best form. He's playing that for Arsenal. He's really like commencing like himself in the team, establishing himself in the team, especially in that midfield. He's probably all right, all round like our best like holding, midfield player in that position. He got a goal. He hit the post as well, which is very close. I think every time he shoots, it's like, come on, bro. Like, is it going to go on target? I think his shots are getting a bit better now, and I think he's bound to just hit one into the top corner soon. So I'm hoping he gets that soon. Maybe against Liverpool. You never know, guys. But yeah, I'm going to give him a 9. I think he was very good. I think his interceptions, his tackles, his passing, he's all around the pitch, and just all up his energy and just everything he brings to the team is just amazing. I think without him in the midfield, it's very scrappy, and I feel like teams would be able to bully us a lot, which ain't happening. So I'm giving him a 9. Saka, I'm gonna give an 8, just based on I think I want to say all up. He's just consistent. I think with Saka now, it's just getting to a point now where you know now what he's doing, and it's like he hasn't even reached full potential now. I think the way he's playing is like he's just playing very, very well, but it's almost like you're used to it now. It's like that's Saka, that's what he does. He's always making amazing runs. He's always cutting in. His link up with Odegaard is amazing. And I just think what he does to defenders is crazy. Like you wouldn't want to be playing against him. He has a weak foot as well. He's always cutting in, he's cutting out. He brings so much on that right wing, and you can just see why Pepe can't play over him. He's just such an amazing player. I think with Saka, it's so weird that I'm saying Saka's what you get with it. I just don't understand. Like, I just don't see like what else with Saka you could say. Like, he's just so amazing. He's so good for me. I think he's one of the best English youngsters, if not the best. You could say Sterling, but Sterling's not really a youngster. For me, this is the discussion for another time, but I do think he's better than Foden just because he's not at Manchester City team. He's at a team at Arsenal where we're still trying to find ourselves. We're slowly getting there, but I think there's still a lot of room for improvement with the Arsenal team. And I think, yeah, it's just the way he plays at a team like this is just amazing, and you can tell there's no more pressure on him now, and he's just giving it his all. And the only thing I'm worried about is when Arteta takes him off. I think Arteta needs to take him off a bit early. From when Lacazette scored, I think it was in the 60th, 70th minute. He should have taken him off then, rested him for Liverpool because he did pick up an injury, and he walked off, which was good. So I'm hoping it's nothing too serious. But yeah, for me, Saka's an 8. I think he's just amazing, and he's just really, again, another player that's just established himself as a starter, and you just undroppable, really undroppable. There's no way he gets dropped. Only if he gets injured, then that's the only way Pepe comes in. But for me, amazing player and just being very consistent. Now moving to Odegaard for me was the man of the match. Again, against Watford, he was man of the match, and again for this game, he's man of the match. Now with Odegaard, I've written down a couple stuff because with him, I've had to write so much stuff, but I'm just gonna try and keep it simple. But like he frees up space for other players, he sees other things other players don't. So we'll just leave it with that for now. But I think, and I'll keep saying it, he's a hard-working Mesut Ozil, but like it's more than just the Mesut Ozil kind of thing. I don't want to compare him to Mesut Ozil because I still think Mesut Ozil was like a class when he was in his prime. He was obviously a class above, but I just think what Odegaard brings to the team is just it's just so good. I just think the way he just controls the game, and even then at times you look at him on the ball and you think, oh, he's about to lose it, but he doesn't. He sometimes he just manages to get past opponents without even using the ball. He just uses his body to get past players. He's always, most of the time, finding the right pass. He's never losing the ball. He's always getting himself out of danger. He's always keeping the ball at the right time and opening up space, always switching the ball so much. And he's just all up, he is so good in this team now. He's really established himself in this team, and you can just see why he picks him over Smith Rowe. I think he offers way more than Smith Rowe does. I think even though at times he can maybe get shrugged with the ball, I think he's getting himself in situations where you're not even able to take the ball off him, because by the time you're trying to take the ball off him, he's already released it to someone else, and he's moved to a different area of the pitch where he can then pick up the ball. He does little cheeky 1-2s in the midfield. I just think all up he is just improving so much, and I think yeah, I think Odegaard for me is the man in the match. I'm giving him a 9 just based on every time he gets the ball, he's doing something amazing. He's doing his awareness of the game and just the way he controls the game for me is just amazing. Without him, I just feel like I don't know. He's also brought that entertaining side to our football. I remember before when we were playing, it was flat, it was dull, and we were all looking for entertaining football, but we couldn't even get the ball into the final third. We couldn't even do that, but he helps that. Now I feel like we are getting the ball to the final third easy, no problems, which is so good. So for me, I'm giving him a 9. Another man of the match performance from him. Martinelli for me, I'll give him an 8. Got an assist. The pressure he puts on players, he's always trying to win the ball. He made a couple good runs, but they were offsides. I think he needs to get that a bit better. But all up, I'll give him an 8 for sure. He got an assist, and again, he's another one like Saka where you can't drop him. I think his work rate for me is just amazing. I think it's second to none. It's literally the best I think in the team. Every time he's always trying to pressure. He does gas himself a bit, and I've heard the saying where he's always doing things at 100 miles per hour. Like he's always trying to do it very fast, very quick. But I think at times he does need to slow it down. But I think that's his game. That's that Brazilian hunger he has in him. He's just always wants to win the ball. He always wants to just drive at defenders. And even he was up against Pereira, and he's been like quite injured in the past. So he's not at his best. But for me, Pereira is still a very good right back. And I think Martinelli, the way he was playing against him, he was really causing big problems against Pereira. So I think for me, I'll give Martinelli an 8 for sure. Very good performance. Just needs to time his runs a bit more better. And at times, he needs to know when to pressure, when not to. But all up, I think that's part of the Arsenal way when we're pressuring, when we're not. I'll give Lacazette, who will go into, I'll give him an 8. I think he deserved that goal for sure. It's been coming for such a long time. Like the amount of work he puts for the team, his link up play, his passing, and just the way he drives us as a team going forward. I think he's really that pinnacle for that, and he's really influential in like the way we are when we're attacking and pressuring as well. So I think this goal has been a long time coming. The penalty was amazing, top left, keeper had no chance, and that's good because you can tell he's been working on so many ways to get his goals. He's obviously clearly been planning practicing penalties because that penalty was amazing. It was just through the roof, like beautiful, just straight into the net, top left, which was amazing. So I'll give him an 8, and I'm glad his link up play is amazing. So yeah, I'll give him an 8 for sure. All up for the team, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I know we got a clean sheet. There's still a couple stuff that I feel like against bigger teams that if we do, they'll just punish us. I guess we'll find out against Liverpool where we are going into this final last 8 to 10. I think we have a couple games in hand, so last 10 games of the season. I think Liverpool will definitely show where and I think this is the real test now. This Liverpool game coming up. Liverpool are different animal now. Them and City, and I was thinking if we played the way we played against City at home, Liverpool are a complete different opposition just because of the way they play against teams. They just know when to attack you. 90 minutes, from 90 minutes, they can score any time from the first minute to the last 9 minutes of the game. So we have to be focused, fully focused against Liverpool. So a lot of errors we've made, I reckon, just we need to cut out just small, simple stuff at times. Shaka does give the ball away at times. So stuff like that we need to cut out. When we're passing out the back, we need to probably be a bit more quicker because Liverpool will pressure us. They won't give us the time like Leicester did. So I think stuff like that we'll need to work on for sure. Um, just quick ratings with Pepe, I think who came on, and Nketiah, not much. I'll give them both a 6-7. Not really much time. They came on the last 5 minutes. I think Smith Rowe came on at the 80th minute, something like that. So not really much to do last 10 minutes, just to run at defenders, pressure, and keep that pressure going. So yeah, I'll give them all a 7, not much to do. I'll probably give a 9. Pick the same team that he's been going with, and things are going well so far, which is so good. So all we can do is just keep up that consistency. And I think the only thing Arteta needs to do is with subs, especially like this game where we know we have Liverpool coming up. He needs to probably take off Saka a bit earlier. Partey. When we seem like we're in control of the game, I know when you're playing and the team's doing well, you don't want to ruin that confidence and that momentum and that moment of the game where you feel like if you're to make a change, it will kind of mess up, and it'll make the gameplay and the flow, it'll mess everything up. But I think at times, thinking of Liverpool now, we really need our players fully fit, and I think if you had brought on other players anyway, I think we would have still been in control regardless. Okay, guys, that's my player ratings there for Arsenal versus Leicester. 2-0, 3 points, and Liverpool, we go again on Wednesday. So let's hope we can get the 3 points. That's going to be a very tough game. Just to say, guys, I'll be doing a watch along, not for the Liverpool game, but for the Aston Villa game. With the time difference and everything, it's so hard to try and like do the game. The game was on at 3:30 in the morning here, so I couldn't do it. But the Aston Villa game will be on at 11:30, so I'll be able to do that for sure. And yeah, we'll do a watch along for that for sure on YouTube. So it'd be good if some of you lot could be there. If not, be good. We'll be there. I'll be there anyway, and it'll be good. And yeah, hopefully, Liverpool. Let's see how we go with Liverpool. That's gonna probably be our hardest game that we've played in the last 5 games. I think this is the first time Arteta's won 5 games in a row. So it's a good record to have going into these hard fixtures for the next week. So, but yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll be doing more player ratings and reviews soon, and I'll also be doing transfer talks, like transfer dailies once the transfer window opens again, and I'll just be doing rumors and loads of other stuff as well. So I appreciate everyone. Peace. Have a good day. See you later. Bye.